So, guys, first of all, thank you very much for joining us. My name is Bruno. I'm the CEO of Descubra Mundo. We have been working really hard trying to accommodate everyone's needs. And we came up with this idea, which is basically providing you guys with some English lessons in order to help you guys go through this tough period, which is the quarantine period that we're all going through, okay? So we came up with this idea, which is in general, the ability for you guys to have online lessons, right? And Roberto will be providing lessons for all of us on behalf of Discover the World, which is Descubra o Mundo. Guys, I would kindly ask to everyone to put your microphone into mute, please. Thank you. So Roberto will be teaching you guys every day from Monday to Friday from this week and the following one, okay? We have worked really hard to come up with extremely relevant content, a great lesson, and we really hope all of you guys enjoyed this a lot, okay? Thank you very much for joining us today. Roberto, with you, please.
First of all, I'd like to say welcome to all of you. My name is, as Bruno has already said, is Roberto. I have been doing what I'm doing right now for more than, let's say, 30 years, 35 years. I don't want to say more than that, or think I'm very or too old for this, but anyway, since this is an intermediate level, what we are going to do is I'll try to talk at my normal pace, okay? And if there is anything you don't understand, there is a chat box where you can click and say, hey, slow down, or can you say that again, or I don't understand. And I will gladly repeat it, okay? So far, no problem. So what are we going to talk about today? I have seen students in all levels committing some very serious mistakes when they talk about future time. Why mistakes? I don't know. Maybe they had a teacher that was not well prepared to explain. Maybe they got confused. But the point is, I'm going to start this before sharing my screen and going into the point to ask you a question that you can use the chat box to say. In your opinion, what is the difference between using will, I will do something, and I'm going to do something? Please, I give you 1 minute to go into the chat box, which you can find right here, and tell me, in your opinion, what is the difference between will and going to? I've heard so many different versions for this. Tell me yours, please. I'm waiting for answers. 1 minute. Come on, time is money. Let's go.
Guys, you can type in, you will see a bubble, which is bate-papo, just beside the sharing screen in the bottom. Just choose that option. It will open a side tab in which you can type in. Okay, there you go. Hello, plan future. Going to means plans, okay? I am going equal to going at the moment. Will, it's used when you have plans. Going to, plan it before, I will decide it at the moment. We have quite a few examples here.
Okay, I've heard some good ones, some not so good ones. As I told you, in the past 30 years or so, I've heard so many different answers. I've heard people saying that will is used for something which is going to happen in the near future. Going to is used for something which is going to happen in a later future. Some very crazy things. But this is what we are going to clear your doubts. And I'm sure that by the end of this class, you will understand exactly the difference, and hopefully you are going to use it correctly, okay? I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Give me a sec. Here. Good. This is what we are going to talk about. Can you all see my screen here? Okay, so this is what we are going to talk about in this first class. The simple filter, how to use it. Be going to, how to use it. The use of the simple, the use of the filter progressive or continuous, and also exercises, of course, exercises. So let's start with the first one here on page number 2. Follow with me, please. Will. What happens here is, oops. Okay,
Danielle, can you please put your microphone on the mute, please? Thank you.
Here.
Roberto,
all
if
right.
you want, you can remove a little bit the zoom, just a little bit. Going next.
What is that again?
Is it beer?
Okay.
Remove
Full
a little
screen?
bit. Yeah, the zoom. Go on zoom.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah. And then you can put 75%.
Is it better now?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I want you to pay attention here, for especially the ones that have been studying for some time. Everyone has learned that in the present you say, I work every day. In the past you say, I worked yesterday. Maybe you didn't, but just an example. And in the future, most people memorize that to talk about the future, you only need to say, I will work. And that's it. That's future. It's easy. Just place the word will in front of a verb in the base form, like here. Will plus the verb in the base form, and that's it. I have a future construction. That's not really true. If you start observing from today on any movie, especially the ones that are spoken in English, of course. If it's in Spanish, that's another story. But pay attention. Will should only be used at the moment you make a decision, not a second later. Okay? So somebody said, will is planned, blah, blah, blah. Not true. You make a decision, you want to talk about it, you use I will. I'll try to give you an example of a movie that I saw a few days ago. A guy was going out with the wife of, let's say, the leader of a gang, a very bad guy. Somebody came and told him, boss, I saw Johnny going into a motel with your wife yesterday. The moment he heard that, he said, I'll kill them. First, he was not planning to kill his wife. He was not planning to kill Johnny. But the moment he discovered that Johnny was going out with his wife, he decided to kill both of them. And then he said, I'll kill them. But many times, probably you don't pay attention because they never say, I will kill them. They just say it, I'll kill them. They use the contraction form. And then you don't observe. But if you start paying attention to any movie you watch, you will see that will is a natural thing. If you ask a real native speaker, what is the difference? Maybe they don't know, but they never use it incorrectly. Like, I got home yesterday, my wife told me, John has called you. He needs to talk to you. I told her, I'll call him. I was not planning to call him, but the moment she told me John had called me, I made a decision. I'll call him. I will call him. Okay? If anyone here in the middle of the class says, I got to stop. I have a terrible headache. I wish I could say, I'll give you some aspirin. I can't overline, you know, it's not possible. But that's what I would probably say. I'll give you some aspirin. I do have aspirin for myself. I was not planning to give it to you. I just decided because you told me you have a headache, and I decided to give you some aid. Can you understand what I'm saying? Will is used at the moment, only at the moment you decide to do something. There is an example here. Oh, please pay attention. I have a terrible headache. Really? I'll give you some aspirin. It's the same example I told you, but it's written here. I was not planning to give you any aspirin. I decided to give you because you told me you have a headache. Okay? So if I get up and I start walking to the cabinet to get the aspirin, and my wife says, what are you doing? I'm getting some aspirin. Have you got a headache? No, I'm going to give it to Mary. She has a headache. I cannot use I will give it to Mary because I have already decided. So 1 second after I make a decision, that's it. I'm not going to use will anymore. Can you understand that? Can you see that? Please, 1 minute to put in the chat box if you got this idea or not. If it's confusing, I'll give you more examples. Please let me know if you're following me or not.
That's okay.
Okay?
Good.
Somebody said okay.
Okay.
It's okay.
Okay.
Everyone is okay? Can I go on?
Yeah,
Yes.
go on.
All right, good. So let's skip this second part and let's pay attention here. The use of be going to. When do we use this? Once you make a decision, once you make a plan, once you decided to do something in the future, you want to ask or you want to talk about, you don't use will. We saw in the first case, you use be going to. For instance, where are you going on your next vacation? Probably you don't know, but it's just an example. I'm going to visit some friends in New York. I have already decided that. Okay, so if Trump lets me in, I'm going to visit some friends in New York. Okay, it's already planned. I have the tickets, I have the visa. So if nothing wrong goes on, I'm going to visit some friends in New York. What I have seen with many students, even in advanced levels, is, for instance, have you heard about Mary? No, what about her? She's getting married. Oh, really? When will she get married? When will she get married? Is it possible to ask a question like this? What do you think? Tell me yes, no, I don't know. Come on,
Yes.
guys, the only way we... Okay, somebody said yes, yes,
Yeah.
it's possible. Is there
It's
any
possible.
other yes? Any other yes? Come on.
Yeah, Natalia said no. Mariano, no as well. Because when? Mario.
Okay,
I don't know.
I'm not going to cite any names, but the question is completely wrong. Why? If I tell you, Mary is getting married, she has already planned it. Probably she has already decided to do that. She has already sent all the invitations for that. She's probably working on the plans for the catering, for the party, you know? So everything is planned. And as I said, many Brazilians think it's possible to say, when will she get married? Because will is future, and she's getting married in the future. But that's not the case here because it's already planned. So there are two cases I can use here. When is she going to get married? Or in a shorter version, which we saw in the basic class, when is she getting married? We use the present continuous to talk about future plans, as well as be going to. It's the same idea. But will is not possible in this case. Understand this? Any question about this or no? Come on, guys. Let me know your opinion.
Guys,
That's okay.
if you have any questions at all, you can also put on the bate-papo, okay? I'm helping Roberto here, so I will read all your questions or your doubts, and I will help him to explain to you guys, okay? Thank you.
Okay.
Roberto, everyone got it.
Yeah.
Carry on, thank you.
Good. Very good. So when we talk about the future, are we always talking about things that we have planned or decided to do, or things that we decide at this moment? No. Sometimes when we talk about the future, actually what we are doing is we are forecasting, we are predicting, we are trying to imagine what's going to happen in the future. Okay? Especially nowadays, with so many things going on all over the world, everyone is wondering what's going to happen in the future. So in this case, let's go back to will. Here, I highlighted for you. When you are predicting the future, but not based on anything, just your guts, just your opinion, you should use will. You really don't know what's going to happen tomorrow, but you're trying to imagine. So in this case, you should use will. I'll give you an example, which is not listed here. Since you are all intermediate, I hope you can follow me. If you can't, just say it again. Let's suppose it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. The sky is clear and blue. There is not a single cloud in the sky. And you're talking to a friend in the middle of the conversation, just looking to your friend, and you tell him, I think it will rain. Your friend's gonna say, are you nuts? There is not a single cloud in the sky. No, but you see, when I was a little boy, I broke my little finger. And every time my little finger starts hurting, it rains. And it's hurting badly now. So I think it will rain. Is his opinion based on anything? No. So he's okay, he can say that. Even if everyone thinks he's crazy, that's his opinion. You're allowed to say whatever you want. It doesn't mean it's going to rain, but that's your opinion. Did you understand my example? Yes? No? Confusing?
Yes.
Good, good. Let's give another example. Let's suppose that we were all having this class in a big classroom with many people face to face. And, okay, there is one girl sitting over there. Her name is Raimunda. I don't know if there is any Raimunda here. That was the first name that came into my mind, so I'm going to use it, okay? And we are talking about children, and then I look at her and I say, well, I think you have about 10 children. She might even say, you're crazy. And she knocks on the wood 3 times. They do the same thing in English, all right? Like in Portuguese, talk, 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 knock on the wood 3 times. You're crazy, but that's my opinion. I think you have 10 children. It's not possible, you're crazy. But that's my opinion. I'm entitled to say whatever I want. It's my opinion, okay? Are you following me? Yes, no, okay? Bruno, is everybody following? I'm lost.
Yeah, yes, okay.
Okay.
Yep, they're all good. Sorry, everyone. Good. Yep. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, guys.
Look at the second case now here. I'm highlighting for you. I'll go back to the cloud example, the sky example. Same time, 2 p.m. in the afternoon. The sky is dark and gray. You can hear thunders. You can even see lightning crossing the sky. Based on this, you say, oh my gosh, I think it's going to rain. Can you see the difference between this one and the example of will? I think it will rain. You had no facts, nothing to assure you that there was any chance of rain. But now you do have the thunders, you do have the lightnings, the wind is blowing hard, you have dark skies, you have big black clouds, and then you can say, I think it's going to rain because it's based on a fact. Can you see the difference between the examples? Yeah?
Yeah.
Excellent. Let's go back to Raimunda. Okay, we are in the middle of the class again. And then all of a sudden, Raimunda says, excuse me, oh, she rushes out of the classroom. After like 15 minutes, she comes back. She's pale. You know what's pale? As white as like a piece of paper. Then I say, are you all right? Oh, I'm okay. But you don't look good. Is anything wrong? No, I have just been throwing up a lot. Throwing up or vomiting is the same, okay? Since when? Oh, the last couple weeks or so. Is there any other problem? Oh, yes, I've got a terrible upset stomach every morning. I can't smell food or anything that makes me sick. And then I say, oh, I see. Upset stomach, throwing up a lot. And then I ask her, when was the last time you had your period? Period is the same as menstruation, okay, guys? And she says, why? Just wondering. Oh, that was in December. What? In December? Okay, so December, January, February, we are in March. I have 3 things that practically assure me that she's what? She's pregnant. I can say, I think you're going to have a baby. And she's going to say, what? Are you crazy? That's not possible. But based on the evidences that I have, I can say that. Okay? You got the idea? Yes, no?
Yeah. I got it.
Got it? Okay. Now, asking questions in the future is something so easy. Piece of cake, walk in the park, or as they say in England, a cup of tea, right, Bruno?
Exactly.
We don't have to teach you how to ask questions in the future. But what you need to remember is, are you going to ask a question about plans? Use be going to. Like, what are you going to do this weekend? Or what are you gonna do? Gonna is an informal way of saying going to. As you can see here, highlighting for you. I'm going to study, or I'm gonna study. It's the same. It's acceptable nowadays to say I'm gonna study. Maybe you are not going to see these on a TOEFL test or IELTS test, but in a everyday spoken English, it's possible to say gonna. Okay, and you don't say gonna to, just gonna. I'm gonna study tonight. She isn't gonna, okay, or she ain't gonna study tonight. Ain't is not acceptable yet. Maybe one day it will be. But if you look up, ask our friend Google, Google will explain you that so far, ain't, A-I-N apostrophe T, is not accepted, okay? But I listen to it all the time. Me too, but it's not accepted, okay? And if you have a question, With will, you simply need to place will in front, and that's it. So I don't want to extend very much about this because I'm sure there are no questions. Just to wrap up this, there is another form of future, which is called future progressive or future continuous. This is not possible to be used with the be going to, but we use will, okay? But the idea is different. You see, when to use, take a look here, future progressive. It is used to describe a sentence that will be happening at a certain time in the future. So tomorrow, I'll be at school from 8 to 11. And then I say, well, I need to talk to you, so I'll call you at 9. Don't do that. I'll be studying. I'll be having a class. You see, I will, it's always, I will plus be plus any other verb that is possible to be used in the ing. I'll be having a class. I'll be studying. I'll be working. Okay? And it's the same case. You have will if you want to ask a question, you just need to place it in front. If you want to make a negative, can I call you at 12? 12 is fine. I won't be studying at 12. Okay? Any question about this or no? Can I get any feedback?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I think we have one no in here.
No questions?
Nope. Okay.
Okay, good. What I want you to do now, as you saw, okay, let's check in just to see if you got the idea. As you saw here, will is used at the moment you make a decision. So it's not possible to simply give me an example saying, I'll do it. You need to have it in a context. Like, when are you going to do your homework? I'll do it now. That's it. So could you please try to imagine a situation which is necessary to use will in the answer? Like, have a terrible headache. I'll give you some aspirin. I don't know how to do this. I'll help you. Okay, so I need a small, short dialogue. I need at least 5 examples. Come on, there are lots of people there. I can get 5 examples. Just write it in the chat box now, please. You have 2 minutes to do it.
Guys,
Come on,
just write down on the chat box and I will read it to Roberto, okay?
And examples?
Not yet. Not yet. There you go. I thirsty. I will get you. I am thirsty. I will get you a glass of water.
Excellent. Whoever said that, it's perfect. Okay? Any more? Just one? Come on, don't be shy.
Just give them an extra example, Roberto. I think will be a great head up, you know?
I don't know. Whatever. I want an example. They have to be creative, you know?
There you go. I think we have another one. Thanks for sharing, guys. Tomorrow, I think I will go to the beach.
Okay. Without planning or anything, you think you will go. Okay. Be careful with the police.
Yeah, and then we have another example, which is, will you play the guitar?
I will play the guitar?
Will you play the guitar?
Sorry, couldn't get it. The sound just cracked up.
I'm sorry, I will repeat. It's, will you play the guitar?
Bill, will you play the guitar? Yes?
Will you play the guitar? Yes, exactly.
Good, thank you. Yeah, I got it now. Okay, one more to finish.
My phone is ringing. I will answer the phone.
Okay, very good. So I think you got the idea. All right.
Awesome.
So start observing movies from today on. You will see it is a natural thing. Like I walk into the house, my wife says, "You need to take the trash out." Okay, I'll do it later. I'll do it later. I decided, but not now. But I'll do it later. Okay? So will is only used at the moment you make a decision, something that you will do it. Maybe it's not now, but you will do it. I don't know how to use this webcam. That's easy. I'll show you. Okay? Good. Just to wrap up, let's go to the second case. Be going to. Can you ask me a question about any future plans? Can you please tell me a short dialogue using be going to? If you want to use gonna, it's perfect. Come on, just to finish this. I'm thirsty. I'll drink some water.
There you go. We have one example already. Thanks for sharing. I think I will improve my English with this online classes. Great. That's what we all hope, right?
Yes.
I'll
pray for that.
I will repeat. I think I will improve my English with this online classes. Great.
I would say, I think you are going to improve your English.
Exactly.
I'm almost sure. If you do your
It's an
exercises, if you do your exercises, if you pay attention to every class, I am sure you are
there
going
you
to
go.
improve your
We
English.
have more examples, and right now they're all related to our core business, right? So as most of the people that are attending right now, the lessons that we're giving for you guys, you are all clients from Descubra the World, right? So we have here some examples. So from Carol, she's saying, I'm going to Canada again. And then Aline, she's also going to Canada. So that's great news. We're extremely excited for you guys.
I'm glad to hear that you are going again, because Canada is such a wonderful place. Okay.
So
I can say you are going.
I'm sorry, Roberto, carry on.
I was just going to say, I'm sure you are going to have a good time again. Using going to, not even will. Okay, because Canada is just a wonderful place to go.
There you go. We have more examples here. So basically we have, it's a question. So are you going to teach us every single day?
The answer is yes. I'm going to teach you every single day. All right. For the next couple weeks, at least.
Awesome.
All
and
right.
Then we have some more examples. Are you going to school next month?
Me? I'm not going to school. Okay. Too old for that. They turned me down. Okay.
So the last example, are you going to study English every day?
Are we? Or are you?
Are you going to study English every day?
I hope you are. Okay. Because I'm going to be teaching English every day. Okay. So thank you very much for sharing the examples. Let's go to the next page. And as a nice teacher, I'm going to give you some homework.
We have the last question here. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Because right now it's supper time, you know, so dinner time. I thought it would be a good idea to read this one. So it's a question. And then our student is asking you, teacher, do you gonna cook next Friday?
Do you?
Do you gonna cook next Friday?
What is the problem with this question? You see, we are talking about future. So if you were asking me, teacher, are you gonna cook next Friday? That would sound much better. Do you? It's a question in the simple present. we have just seen a basic class where we discussed the simple present. Do is used to ask questions about actions that happen with a certain frequency. Like, teacher, do you cook your wife dinner every Friday? That would be perfect. But since you're saying next Friday, it's not a habit. So this question is not good. Are you gonna cook? It's perfect. Are you going to cook? It's perfect. Now, in a context, it could be something like this. The quarantine is over, so we can have some friends over for a visit. To have some friends over means to visit. On Friday, will you cook us? Will you cook something for us? Will you prepare something for us? It's possible to use will in this case because, you see, we were not planning that. The quarantine is over, so that would be a good question. Or if you want to know about my plans, are you going to cook? Okay? Not do. Any other?
Nope. I think we're good now.
Okay. Please.
Roberto, bear in mind we have an extra 10 minutes, okay? And then we need to wrap up. Otherwise, you won't be able to do the next lesson. One thing, guys, which is really, really important, okay? If you want to attend all the lessons, be our guest, okay? There's no issue at all. If you want to attend lessons from basic, even though you guys are an intermediate level, it makes sense. It does help a lot, you know, to reveal the content and so on. So be our guest. If you want to attend the basic lesson, you can join it as well the same way, and also the advanced lesson, right? But bear in mind that when you take an advanced lesson or any kind of lesson which is not your proper level, you might get frustrated, okay? Because it could get too tricky and so on. So feel free to do any lessons at all, from basic up to advanced or intermediate, whatever it's easy for you guys, okay?
I have an idea. The more you attend the lessons, the better you're going to get. So as Bruno said, if you are welcome to take all classes, do it. Like that person that said, do you gonna cook? Do you wanna cook? If she had seen the class I gave like an hour ago, she would probably not make this little mistake, okay? So I don't care. We can have as many students as it's possible, all right?
We
so
can
be
have
my
up
guest.
to 100 students per lesson. So it's fine.
So
we still have plenty of space.
Let's go for 100 then. We have 61 now. Let's go for 100, okay? So guys, take a look here at the exercise I have prepared for you. Complete the following sentence with the correct form of the given verbs with will, be going to, or it's even possible to use present continuous with the future significance, which is the same case of be going to, okay? Or the simple present with the future significance. This is something we talked in the basic class. It's all mixed up here. So let's do like a couple exercises in class, and the rest you can do at home. And tomorrow, when Bruno sends you the material for tomorrow's class, we'll send you the answers for the exercises from today, so you can check if you did it okay, all right? So how about somebody giving me the answer for question number 9?
Roberto, before they give you the answer, we have one question, which is actually it's a great question. So thanks for sharing. I have a question. When I use shall.
Okay, very good question and very easy to answer. Shall in American English and Canadian English is basically not in use anymore. In England, you can still see people using shall we do it? but it's only used in shall I or shall we. That's the only case. And it should only be used if you want to know the opinion of the other person concerning something that you are going to say. I don't know if you have seen a classical movie with Julia Roberts, My Best Friend's Wedding. She had a gay friend who was very funny, a British guy, really, really funny. At the end of the movie, after her best friend got married and she was terribly in love with him, but he married another woman. She was sitting down on a chair, seeing everyone dancing, and her phone rang. She replied to the phone, and this British gay friend started saying, maybe you're not going to spend your life with her, but maybe you're not going to do this or that. But then he ended up with something, but shall we dance? Okay, so he wanted to know her opinion. It's a future form. Shall in American English or in Canada would be replaced nowadays by should. It's the same. Should we do it? Shall we do it? No different, but only shall I or shall we. Never shall he, shall she. Okay? I hope I have answered your question accordingly. Okay? Was that okay for whoever asked?
Yes, yes, thank you.
My pleasure. Okay, so can anyone over there just give me the answer for question number 9? There are so many different things at this menu that I don't know what to order. What would be the answer here? Come on, guys, just write it down.
There you go. We have two
I
insights
will.
already.
Hey, I heard somebody saying, I will order the salmon. Okay, is any other answer?
Yes, we do. We have, so we got the answer from that person that spoke, right? So he said will. We do have other 3 answers. So the first one is I do. I will order the salmon. The second one is I do. I will order the salmon. The third one is I would like the salmon. And then the last one is I will. I will
Okay, you
order
see?
the salmon.
Well, thank you for sharing. Sorry to frustrating you all. Okay, you see, this was not supposed to be a difficult topic, but you can see there are still people confused. That's why you need to study. Observe every single detail of the sentence. There are so many different things on this menu that I don't know what to order. I am confused. The other person said what? I do. I do means I know, I have already decided. So I am going to order the salmon. Okay? Sorry to disappoint you
That was
all.
a tricky question, right?
Of course it was. Okay? If it was easy, it would be in the basic class, not here. So you see, this I do is the solution. So if you are actually sitting at a restaurant, at a bar, the waiter comes up to you and says, are you ready to order, sir? Then you can say, yeah, I'll have the salmon. Because you're just telling him what you're going to have. Or the guy comes and starts, the specials of the day are chicken lacala, fish lacala, turkey lacala. Then you say, I'll have the turkey. You're making a decision at that moment, but not here. Here, the decision had already been made, okay? Just like you go with your girl or you go with your boyfriend or your girlfriend to a restaurant, you sit down, you get the menus, you start looking, she starts looking, then she says she's going to brush up her makeup or something like that. she goes. While she's there, you just make a decision. When she comes back and says, do you know what you're going to have? Yeah, I'm going to order the salmon, or I'm going to have the salmon, because he already decided. How about you? I don't know. Let me check the menu. She looks, I'll have the chicken masala. Okay? Got it? Please tell me yes, I understood, or no.
Yeah, I got it.
Thanks. Okay, one more, and we are done. How about number 12? 12, no, I think I looked at number 13, the lucky number. Okay, how about this one?
I don't have idea.
Thank you for sharing. That's very good. And I hope to clear your doubt after we get some ideas.
There you go. We have one here. A person just said, it's going to fall.
Any more or no?
Yeah, we do have some other insights. Are going to fall.
Okay. Any more?
Not yet.
One more minute, please. Think.
It's going to fall. So there you go. We have it's going to fall, are going to fall, it's going to fall, is going to fall again. Good.
Okay.
It's going to fall. Thanks for sharing, guys.
Okay, sounds better now. So let's analyze the sentence for the one who said, I have no idea. Okay? When I say look, I'm showing you that plane is totally out of control. It's spinning, it's coming along. Based on that, it is possible to conclude what? It is going to fall. And it's not are going to fall, as somebody said, because it's one plane. It is going to fall. Okay? So the verb here, it looks as though it gives me the impression that it's going to fall, based on the fact that it's totally out of control. Any question? Understood that? Was that clear or no? Please, guys, your opinion is very important.
Yeah. It's fine.
Okay.
Roberto, carry on.
That's
sorry.
okay. Thank you.
I'm sorry. We need to wrap up. We have another lesson in 5 minutes.
Okay, that was my pleasure. Thank you very much, you all, for being here. I hope that tomorrow I'll see you again. Try to be here. I'm sure this is going to improve your English, and I'll do my best to help you, as I have already done with, I can tell you, more than thousands and thousands of students, okay? So it was a pleasure having you all here, and I hope to see you tomorrow, okay? Bruno will send you all the details and invitations, okay, guys?
Guys, one thing, just
stay home, stay safe.
Exactly. We just before we finish, every day it will be a different lesson, okay? So it will not be the same. We are recording all these lessons so we can send it to you guys after we finish, okay? And every day it will be a different topic. So I will send you guys an email with the link, because it will change on a daily basis. And you will also be able to see in advance which is the topic from that specific lesson, okay? So it's not the same lesson every single day. We will change, and the whole idea is to go through several topics through this 14 days period, okay? That was great. Thank you very much. I hope you guys enjoyed it a lot. Thanks for sharing with us, okay? Cheers, guys.
Okay, very well. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for... Bye-bye now. See you tomorrow. Take care. Stay home. Stay safe. Okay? Bye-bye now.
Yes, thank you.
Bye-bye. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
Yes, see ya. Bye-bye.
Excelente.
Okay.
Meu negócio lá precisa